Hi, I'm Shelley Wood, and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pair of Mary Jane style shoes that will fit 10 to 11 inch dolls like Monster High, Ever After High, and some others like Moana. Before we begin, please go to shelleywood.com to download this free printable PDF pattern. Use the pattern to cut out all the pieces shown here. It may help to see each pattern beside the pieces, so you'll know what each one is. And here you go, there they are. I'm using specialty ribbon for what we call the top ribbon, and then the sidewall of the shoe. It's that white with red stitches, but you could use other ribbon. For the heel ribbon piece, I'm using 1/8 inch fray ribbon. For the elasticized ribbon, I'm using 3/8 inch fray ribbon, just white. And I'm placing stretch lace from Crafter's Square in the center of the 3/8 inch fray ribbon. Now, instead of doing that, you could use stretchy elastic, but here's how I've created my stretchy ribbon. Cut a piece of stretch lace that's twice the length of the elasticized ribbon pattern. Place it inside the 3/8 inch fray ribbon, pinching the ribbon closed over the lace. Then whip stitch along the edge of the ribbon. Now, if you need help with the whip stitch, I have a tutorial for that, but this will enclose the lace inside the ribbon. Here's a video clip showing these steps. And again, if you look in the description below this video on YouTube, you'll see my link to my whip stitch tutorial, so you know how to do the whip stitch, which is what I'm using here. And that seals the lace inside the ribbon. Now pull the laces to tighten the ribbon and tie a knot at the end. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm pulling those laces and tying a knot. Trim the laces really close to the knot. Wrap the heel ribbon around the knot, and I'm going to use a little hot glue to kind of hold that ribbon in place on the knot. It helps to have a toothpick for this because it's so tiny. Sew or glue it in place there. Make 2 of these ribbon straps, then set them aside for a moment, and let's work on the toe piece for a little while. Use fray check to seal your toe ribbon piece's edges. Now, I actually used a little fray check on every piece of ribbon before I started the project, but these specialty ribbons were particularly fray. They like to fray, so that one especially needs the fray check. Fray ribbon is super fray resistant, so it's good stuff. Hot glue the toe ribbon to the toe's strappy side. So you'll see that strap, and then we glue it. Now curl the ribbon a bit as the glue dries. Gather the round edge opposite the ribbon and make the gathers dense like you see here. So we're creating a nice toe shape. Here's a view from the ribbon side, and here's the side view. This clip shows me gathering one of the toes. Now, if you need help understanding how to gather fabric, again, I have a tutorial for that in the description below this video on YouTube. Follow these steps to make 2 toe pieces. Now we're going to work with the inner sole. Hot glue the sidewall ribbon to the heel and the sides of the sole. And again, a toothpick really helps because it's just tiny enough to apply the glue. If you're using the hot glue gun directly on there, it sometimes globs up, and that toothpick just gets the right amount of glue. So you can see I'm wrapping that sidewall ribbon around the frame of the sole. Now if the sole is pre-glued with removable paper, it's time to remove that paper like you see me doing here. I don't recommend that you do that before gluing the sidewall, because then your sidewall mashes into that sticky sole. In fact, it happened while I was filming this. See right there, my thumb hit that, and oh, I had to pick at it. So best to wait until you're ready to go to the next step to take that paper off, if you have the kind that has paper. Hot glue the non-elastic ribbon from your strap to the sole of the shoe. I used a glue gun for my first shoe, but on the second shoe I found it a lot easier to use a toothpick like I did before. Place that hot glue on a paper plate and then apply it to the heel with your toothpick. That seemed to work better. Here are a couple of images from different angles so you get a view of what we've created so far. Apply fray check to the edges of the fabric sole. So you have 3 soles, an inner sole, an outer sole, and then the fabric sole. Glue or stick the fabric sole on top of the foam. Here are those steps so far. Okay, so I've got my sidewall. I'm gluing it with a toothpick. And it helps to kind of wait for that to dry as you go. Then you remove the paper and put in the strap. And then your little fabric sole. Sew the elasticized ribbon to the sidewall using a whip stitch along both sides. Slip the toe onto the sole at the toe-shaped end of the inner sole. So you're placing the toe over the open gap end. Curl the toe ribbon under the sole. Hot glue the toe ribbon to the bottom of the sole. So in this image we're looking at the bottom of the inner sole, and while we glue that toe ribbon down, we're looking at the bottom there. Okay, so I'm gluing the toe ribbon to the bottom of the sole. Again, this shows the bottom of the inner sole. This is now what the top of the shoe looks like, so you can see a little variation there. And here's a side view to help you kind of understand what we've done so far. Okay, and I'm applying that toe. Again, I use toothpicks, it really helps. But the bottom of the shoe does look unfinished. This video shows the unfinished shoe so far in 3D. So again, it's nice to see where we are in the process. Now place the shoe on the doll's foot for this next step and keep it there all the way through this very final step. There it is on my doll. It does kind of look like a shoe, but you're not done. You want that bottom to look like it's complete. You can see it looks wonky. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to conform the bottom sole to the foot. Prepare to glue that outer sole under the shoe, and then as you press it, it conforms to the shape of her foot. So you kind of want to make sure that you hold it there for a while. Keeping this shoe on while the hot glue dries will help you match the sole to the foot's contours. And now you have a pair of Mary Jane's shoes. Follow those steps for both shoes. And they should fit monster high, ever after high, and similar sized doll feet. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos and my free patterns, please share them on social media. It actually helps my website grow when you help spread the word.